was terrified, really terrified.
This young woman, who was married to the monster responsible for the Texas church massacre, is breaking her silence only to Inside Edition. Tessa Brennaman says her ex-husband, Devin Kelley, was so abusive, she's still traumatized years later.
He would choke me, punch me, kick me. There would be times where I would be on the floor, curled up, and having to protect my organs because he would be violently kicking me.
Tessa says the beating started right after they married and always came with a frightening warning if she sought help.
He told me, if you do this, if you tell them, I'm gonna kill you and your entire family.
Did you believe him?
I didn't take it lightly. And he's like, I could just bury you somewhere here in the desert and nobody would ever find you.
Tessa says she first met Kelley while they were both employees at a hamburger shop.
Now, how was he at first?
He was really nice. He was funny. He would pay for my food if we went somewhere. We'd go drive to the mall together, and he would sing in the car, make fun of songs and stuff like that.
So it was a normal relationship, so to speak, in the beginning.
Yeah.
After graduating high school, Kelley joined the Air Force, and based on an aptitude test, he was selected to become an intelligence specialist who would interpret enemy tactics. But he was cut from the elite program due to poor grades and transferred to an Air Force base in New Mexico to handle freight. A week before he arrived there, he married Tessa, who had a 9-month-old son from another relationship. Tessa says Kelley suffered from acute depression and became violent.
If we went to go do something, had an appointment at 5 o'clock, and I wasn't ready to leave by a certain time, he would beat me.
She says he even sexually assaulted her.
Tell us what you can about those times.
They're really graphic and they're really hard to talk about. And the most I can say is that, he did do it against my will, and I told him not to, and he would do it anyways.
He was also very secretive.
I was never even allowed to touch his phone. And I found out that he had a fake email, and all these women were sending him pictures of breasts, and he was sending nasty correspondence back to them.
She also reveals Kelley bragged about a disturbing incident from his childhood when he killed his dog.
He was like, when I was 10 years old, I had a dog and it was play biting me, and he's like, and I snapped its neck, and I thought it was really funny. And I was like, who thinks like that?
Then came a violent argument that shattered Tessa's marriage. Tessa says they were on a desolate highway when she warned Devin about something as simple as driving too fast. He got so angry, he put a gun to her head and threatened to kill her.
He had a gun in his holster right here, and he took that gun out and he put it to my template. And he told me, do you want to die? Do you want to die?
3 months earlier, Tessa had rushed her son to a local hospital because he was vomiting. Doctors found he had a skull fracture. Tessa thought it was due to an accident. Now her husband was confessing that he was responsible for physically abusing her baby boy.
And what was that like to find out?
I was so mad, so angry.
In this never-before-seen photo, Kelley is seen playing with Tessa's son, even though he'd secretly abused the baby. Tessa turned her husband into the police. The airman was court-martialed for striking, choking, and kicking his wife. He also admitted to fracturing his stepson's skull. In 2012, he was sentenced to 1 year imprisonment. Tessa divorced him, but that didn't stop him from stalking her on social media.